All right. Welcome to another episode of the Koto's Mojo. And as always, I'm your host, Patrick Koto.
Hmm.
We got a lot to talk about today. Lots of football, baseball, and racing. And of course, we got our good friend Ian on the show. Ian, how are you today?
I'm doing fantastic, Patrick. We got a lot to talk about with MLB playoffs, NFL season. I want to kick off this episode. Did you see were you watching Monday Night Football last night?
I was flipping between that and the Blackhawks game.
Did you see that crazy ass Chargers fan?
She's all over the place this morning, man. She's all over.
Okay, I saw something where people think that she might have been like an NFL plant, like that they put her in there, like she's like a paid actress or something. Because think
Hmm.
about this. The LA Chargers have the least amount of fans in the NFL. They have no fan base whatsoever. And they keep showing her every time that there is a play, and she is just like an emotional wreck the whole time. Like she reacts perfectly to when the camera goes on her. So I think that she's like a paid actress that the NFL planted into the game so the Chargers can maybe get more fans with seeing how crazy this woman is and how passionate she is. Because I read that and I was like, yeah, that kind of makes sense because they just showed her so many times.
Now that you say that, Ian, because it did look a little fishy and stuff, and I'm like,
And she was just way over dramatic.
oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, you'll see fans get really over dramatic, but she did it for like every single play, every time the camera was on her. Like she was like, when they'll show fans on the camera, they'll just kind of be like, or like, yeah, but like she
Not
was
even
like
all the
having a
plays are that important.
no, she was having a meltdown every single play. So yeah,
It's
that
just like,
was kind of interesting, and I kind of wanted to kick off the show with that.
yeah, it is interesting. It's just like calling a game too. Were all those plays really that important?
No.
That's the same question to her. Were all those plays really that important? I mean, yes, there were some, key plays last night, like both teams making a big, stops in the red zone. The Chargers getting that touchdown on fourth down to tie the game up at 17. And then
Hmm.
Herbert's late interception at the end. And then Tony Pollard almost had that big touchdown when, Jack Prescott was literally about to get hit as he throws, got to Pollard. Pollard juked him in and picked up a big gain when he really should have gotten only 15 yards.
Yeah, for real.
But that's the
But
typical
Chargers.
choking Chargers.
Yeah, that's the way they go, man. That they've always been that way. That's how they're always going to be. And I'm
Yep.
surprised. I'm really surprised that they moved them to LA from San Diego because at
Should have
least they
stayed.
did kind of have a fan base over there.
They did. They should have stayed in San Diego.
Hmm.
I just got the Padres.
Yeah, just the
But
Padres now.
yep. But speaking of teams, Ian, going into this week, we were, after the Bears' big win against Washington, we're like, okay, we have some juice now. No, they came crashing down to earth again. I'm like, really? Are you fucking serious? Like, what the fuck was that?
Hmm. Yeah, it's insane.
It's really insane. I'm not pointing any fingers at the defense. Defense played their asses off. I mean, let's be real. We did get screwed that one fumble recovery by TJ Edwards when the ball was going out of bounds. He had possession literally right as he was about to go out of bounds. That was a fumble recovery.
Yeah,
But
but that's the way the refs roll, man.
and they also hate the Bears.
That's a known fact, baby.
Yep. Like, and you look at that game too, defense, holds the Vikings in check. We're like, okay, we have a shot.
Hmm.
No, offense plays like shit. Justin Fields leaves with a dislocated thumb. First play from scrimmage, Fields gets blown up, and you say to yourself, this could be a warning sign of a bad game. And it turned out to be a bad game because Fields didn't finish. Tyson Bagent came in. He played all right. He had some bright spots. Still made some dumb plays and stuff, which was
Right.
completely stupid. Like that bad fumble recovery, or like that bad fumble that the Vikings scooped for a touchdown.
Yeah, I
Then
mean you're throwing this kid into a game that's already lost.
yeah, he
And
was thrown into the fire. So I'm gonna give him another chance come Sunday.
yeah, because I don't think Fields is gonna be playing on Sunday.
I think it's for sure doubtful that he's not going to play Sunday.
Well, the two quarterbacks for the Raiders and the Bears are both injured, so I guess we'll see the second strings come out and
We'll
play.
see. We'll see Brian Hoyer and Tyson Bagent. That's going to be an interesting matchup.
Ooh, yeah, that's. I think that's just gonna be all defense, all all day
Yeah,
from each team.
we'll
Wow.
definitely touch. We'll definitely touch on that shortly. But for the Bears, I mean, they're just that team that gets our hopes up,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not all of our. It's not Field. It's not the players. It's our god awful coaching staff. And you ask yourself, why the fuck are they not fired yet?
Yeah, I don't understand. They should have been fired after this game. They should have been fired. They
Should have
got
been
one
fired
more
after the
game.
Bronco game.
Yeah, they should have been fired after the Bronco game because we had such a great lead and the defense just let us down there. Um, yeah, I don't understand one bit. I think they should be fired.
Now you wish we lost to Washington.
Yeah. Oh well.
But who knows? Who knows at this point? But speaking of the Bears, they host the Raiders on Sunday. That'll be an interesting game. I really have no hopes for that game. Both teams are
No,
pretty.
I'm just there to drink beer. So
Yeah, I'll likely drink some beer as well. And speaking of other teams, Ian, the Eagles and 49ers both lost on Sunday.
yeah, that's pretty big right there. I mean the Eagles were undefeated going into this game, right?
Yep, the Eagles and the Niners were undefeated. So
Yep.
with them losing, the 1972 Miami Dolphins are safe once again.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Pretty crazy to see that, but like you said on Sunday, Patrick, like this is just proving all the people wrong that were saying like, oh, they're going to be undefeated. They're going to go 17-0 or whatever, or 16. No, they're not.
It's hard
No.
to go undefeated in this generation. It's really
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, like they're gonna lose and it's gonna happen. And every team is gonna go through it. And I don't know, football is just way too competitive nowadays where I don't think we could ever see another perfect season.
We never will. We never
No.
will. I mean, the Dolphins did in 1972, but that was 1972.
Yeah, Bears almost did, but look who stopped us, the Miami Dolphins.
The Miami Dolphins, of course, and that
Yep.
game wasn't even close.
No, it wasn't that. Yep. That was that was a weird game for the 85
Yep.
Bears.
Well, and for the 49ers, they still had a shot to win it.
Yep.
They were marching in field goal range and their kicker misses the field goal.
Go figure, man. That's it's just funny how it always just comes down to a field goal. Always comes down to the kicker.
You had one job. You had one job. And look what you did.
Yep.
You fucked her up, bud.
Yep.
And then the Eagles, well, Jalen Hurts, he played like shit on Sunday. He threw too many interceptions, way too many bad throws. Eagles deserved to lose that game.
Yeah, they really had no business winning that game. They were just god awful coming out of the locker room.
Yep, and the Jets are, which leads to the Jets. They're somehow winning some of these games. That's two. The Jets have 3 wins, but 2 of them were against good teams, the Eagles and the Bills.
Yeah. Someone said ever since Zach Wilson played against the Chiefs and he saw Mama Kelsey, he's been going off.
Well, we all know why. Zach Wilson's the MILF man.
Yes, he is, man. He's the young gravy of the NFL.
Young Gravy. Combined together, Zach Gravy.
Yeah, right.
Zach Gravy, Young Wilson, whatever you want to call him. But I want to go back to the
but
Niners.
also good for the Browns, man. I was just gonna say good for the Browns. Just because they were on their third string quarterback, I believe, right?
Yeah, PJ Walker. Who
Yeah,
the
BJ
Bears had for
Walker.
a little bit.
Yep. And they beat the 49ers, a team that looked like they were going to be one of the best all year. And yeah, they beat a Goliath, man. That was pretty cool.
Yep, and Christian McCaffrey and Debo Samuel did leave the game with injuries, so hopefully those guys are okay because I love those guys.
Yeah, Debo Samuel, man, he was trying to start some shit at the beginning of that game, man. He was trying to
I'm like,
fight the
save it for
whole
the
fucking
field,
Browns,
man.
man.
Save it for the
Yeah,
field.
not smart.
Yeah, you had to figure that was a warning sign of things to come. Like, I know you're ready to play, Debo, but save it for the fucking field.
Yeah, save it for the field. Not worth the waste your energy doing that shit. I get you're
But
trying to
that's
rile them up and get them pissed off, but no point in doing that.
exactly.
Childish.
Yes, but no, big wins for the Eagles and I'm not sorry, big wins for the Jets and the Browns and the Lions. I mean, they continue to impress us. I love it.
Lions on top, man. I really do think that they're gonna go to the deep in the playoffs. I think they'll go to the NFC Championship game. I'm not saying Super Bowl yet, but NFC Championship, the way they keep playing, no injuries, I see it. I see it. They're unstoppable.
We'll see what happens this week with, all these teams and stuff. Obviously, the Bears not getting our hopes up.
Yep. Not
And
getting our hopes up.
never getting our hopes up. We probably will. I don't even know how many games we'll win this year.
I'll give us 4. One more than
And
last year.
we should beat we should beat Carolina, the game we're going to.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. I still think that's going to be a stinker. It's bringing back the shitty Thursday night football games from last year.
Yeah, no, they were. Ugh. None will be as bad though as that one Colts Broncos game where the Colts won 12-9. All fucking
Yeah.
field goals.
Yeah. That shit was boring, man.
Perfect way to put you to bed early.
Right?
All right, Ian. Well, as we always wrap up our segment, let's do our picks. Our lock, upset, and third winner. I will go first for our picks.
All right.
For my lock this week, I'm going to take Seattle over Arizona.
Okay.
My upset, I'm going to pick the Colts to beat the Browns.
Oh, okay.
And my third winner, Lions over the Ravens.
Not bad. Not bad. All right. My lock. I gotta go with the Bills over the Patriots. Patriots are just straight up garbage this year.
They lost to the Raiders.
Yeah. My upset, Broncos beating the Packers. I don't think the Packers have it, man.
Green Bay's the favorite in that game. What the fuck?
Yeah. Um,
I can
my
understand
third,
why.
my third winner, and this is an easy one, man. Chiefs over Chargers.
I wouldn't say that's easy, but I like the pick.
Yeah.
Well, that'll do it for our NFL segment. Let's go to our NCAA segment. And Ian, holy shit, the Pac-12 laid a massive egg this weekend. Oh my God.
Oh, yes.
It all started with Colorado pulling the ultimate choke job on Friday, blowing a 29-0 lead to one with Stanford. Oh, them fans in Colorado ain't Shadoran anymore.
Yeah, right. That's just straight up embarrassing, especially for a school that should be top 5. I don't know, man. They got exposed.
Oh, they're getting exposed badly. Like, they got destroyed to Oregon. They got spanked by USC. And then, they let a one-win team come back and beat them. Oh, boy. Dion ain't too happy right now. And they almost lost to fucking Arizona State last weekend.
Yeah. So I don't know. Dion needs to figure this shit out because looking tough and flashing money and watches and all this shit, man. I don't know. They need to stop it and just focus on football because they're just. I like Dion, man, but he is making these kids into superstars way too quick, and I think they're just getting way too big of an ego. They're just doing dumb shit every time, like before they play a game.
Exactly. And the shocking thing too is that, Sanders, he still threw for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, but the one interception though that happened in the second overtime,
Yep.
awful throw. Should have threw it away. It was 3rd and goal. You kick a fucking field goal to take the lead because Stanford would get the ball back. Nope. You throw it right to Stanford. They take advantage of it, kick a field goal. Stanford wins.
Right.
Terrible.
Yeah. Terrible.
And then in the
29-0 lead, that is unacceptable.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You ain't a good football team if you're going to blow a 29-0 lead.
No.
And then another team that laid a massive egg this weekend, Oregon. They were in a shootout with Washington. 2 of the biggest mistakes they made. At the end of the first half, they were trailing by 4. They decided to kick a field goal. Nope, they go for it and don't get it. You're down by fucking 1 if you kick the field goal.
Yeah.
Then, later in the game, they're up 33-29, trying to milk the clock. They go for it at midfield and don't get it. Washington gets great field position, goes down, scores a touchdown. Oregon misses the field goal to tie the game. It's forced overtime.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's just good football from Washington, I guess, taking advantage of Oregon there and getting the win. I mean, Washington's playing some really, really, really good football this year.
Oh, absolutely. And every time they play Oregon, both those teams always put on great performances. Washington finally got to Oregon because Oregon's been owning them a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's about time that Washington showed up. So good for them, man.
And I've been liking Washington lately. You love seeing those new teams, succeed.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, that's not a good look for Oregon.
No, it's not.
And then the biggest egg out of all the Pac-12 being laid this weekend, USC getting destroyed in Notre Dame. They didn't just lose; they got destroyed.
Oh yeah, dude. I really did think that USC was going to come and play, but I forgot they were playing in Notre Dame and it's cold. USC is used to that warm Cali weather. So they were playing in the cold, and that's why Notre Dame took advantage because these boys know how to play when it's freezing out, and they did, and they whooped some fucking ass. I did not see that coming.
No.
Everyone lost a lot of money this weekend putting money on USC.
Caleb Williams even threw 3 bad interceptions.
Caleb Williams sucks, man. I don't see him being
I
the number one
don't
quarterback.
want Caleb Williams in Chicago. I don't want him in Chicago. We're going to root him like you said last weekend. Now, if we somehow land Mr.
I think he's overhyped.
Yeah, no,
I think Caleb's overhyped. I don't think he's going to be a number 1 draft pick or at least the first quarterback to be taken out.
He's overhyped. So. Mac Jones was overhyped. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
If there's anybody that I want that people are dick riding, Marvin Harrison Jr. If we can get him, I'll take him, the receiver out of Ohio State.
Why not? Yeah, we need more receivers for Justin. We don't need to draft a new quarterback. We need to build around Justin. I don't know why we're like suddenly like, oh, let's look at a new quarterback. Let's trade Justin. Like, no, we just got this guy. We traded up for him a couple of years ago. There is no reason. He proved it in college that he's good. We just have to make a good team for this guy because he's just struggling. Sorry.
Our coaching staff also sucks.
Yeah. Sorry to go back on a Bears tangent during our college football.
Hey, no, it's all good. I mean, hey, the Caleb Williams. Hey, all the Bears fans want fucking Caleb Williams, and I'm like, no,
because then we're just going to be resetting everything again.
We're going to resetting him. People are going to think Caleb Williams is a bust. You guys wanted him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think any good quarterback will ruin them. I mean, if we would have gotten Patrick Mahomes, he'd be looking as bad as Mitch Trubisky was after 18.
It's safe to say Chicago is slowly becoming the new place where quarterbacks go to die.
Yeah, it used to be
The Browns.
the Browns. Yeah, and now it's slowly kind of turning into us. That's where we're gonna ruin your career from the start.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Browns have been starting at least 30 QBs going back to 1999.
something. I mean, we're right up there too.
Yeah, we're
We're right
getting
up
there.
there. Like we've had too many quarterbacks since Jim McMahon since he left for the Packers.
Forgot about that too. Yeah, I mean we've had Jim Miller, Rex Grossman, Kyle Orton, Jay Cutler,
Oh, I
Caleb
miss
Haney.
Kyle Orton, man. That guy, he was pretty good with us.
We should have gave him some more opportunities.
Yeah, but
Fucking
we
Brian,
traded him to Denver and we got Cuddy.
we had Brian Greasy. You just mentioned Cutler, Jason Campbell, Josh McCown,
Oh yeah, Josh
Jimmy.
McCown played for us.
Yeah, Jimmy Clausen, Nate Peterman,
Mike Lennon.
like, oh god,
Oh, the worst signing in Bears history. What
$46 million for
he
Mike
played
Lennon.
what? A total of 3 or 4 games?
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that. And we were there for Trubisky's debut at that Vikings game.
yep. We had Chase Daniel. Now we're riding with Tyson Bagent. I mean, no, it's a quarterback mess right now for the Bears, which is why I don't want Caleb Williams. And Saturday
No.
against Notre Dame showed why we don't want him because he sucked.
Yeah, no, I don't think he sucks. I just think he's overhyped. I think he's a okay quarterback. I don't think he's going to go in the first round now. Maybe he will. Who knows?
He's not going to fit
Some
well with the
desperate
Bears.
team is still going to want him. I know that. Someone like, sheesh, I don't know, the New York Jets who need a quarterback.
Patriots, Giants.
Yeah. Because I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to come back. I don't
Who
know.
knows?
He's getting old. That was a pretty bad injury.
Yep.
I don't know. I do not see Aaron Rodgers coming back.
I hope he doesn't.
Yeah.
But Ian, for this weekend for college football, oh baby, got ourselves
Oh, yeah.
a lot of exciting matchups. You
Absolutely.
got Penn State take on Ohio State, Tennessee and Alabama, Ole Miss take on Auburn, Michigan and Michigan State, 16th ranked Duke taking on Florida State, Utah and USC. Lots of good matchups this weekend.
It's gonna be a fun weekend, man. I'm excited.
All right, we on. Then we'll cap it off with the Bears game on Sunday.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a great weekend.
For sure. And speaking of great right now, Ian, the MLB playoffs are underway with both championship games. Their Texas Rangers are up
Ooh,
2-0.
Astros need to bring out the garbage cans if they want to start winning.
Yes, the Rangers are up 2-0, dude. I love it.
Oh yeah,
Finally,
good for the Rangers, and we got finally.
I mean,
Phillies are on fire. They're electric, dude.
Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber.
Yep. Kyle Schwarber, he got a home run off the first pitch last night, I believe.
He and Bryce Harper literally got home runs right away.
Yeah, that's insane. I really do hope that they go all the way.
You know, it's so funny too. You know, we're talking about, how bad Schwarber's batting average is, but he's had like over 40 home runs.
Dude, he batted like 185 this year, I believe. For some reason, they don't want to give me his average, but he had 47 home runs, 197 batting average this season. With 47 home runs, 104 RBIs, 19 doubles, 1 triple, 47 home runs. So he about had more home runs than singles. That's insane, dude. This guy is just a hammer.
Whoever does get, Kyle Schwarber on their teams, like the Phillies, they are so lucky to have him. Look at him go.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome, man. He's just been killing it all season.
Yeah, it's safe to say I'm not going to pencil it in, but I think it's safe to say that we would likely get a Phillies and Rangers World Series matchup,
Seems likely.
and I will be happy to see any team win. Seriously.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I just want Phillies to win it for Schwarbs and Castellanos.
And the Philadelphia Phillies also have, obviously Philadelphia sports fans are crazy. Nah, the Phillies fans are, mature.
Yeah, they're still the same people. What are you talking about?
I know.
If they don't win this series, they're still going to burn that city down.
Well, yeah, it's, as Eagles, definitely like the Eagles fans did, as the Eagles fans did, as the Philadelphia 76ers fans would.
Flyers, after we beat them in the cup.
We were too young to know what all that was back in the day. We also weren't big. We also weren't on social media that much at the time.
Right.
But I know it's awesome to see these baseball playoffs, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's been a good postseason so far.
And before we start our engines in, let's give a quick shout out to the Chicago Blackhawks getting a big win last night against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, huge win. Good to see that for the whole team.
Yeah, now we have a shot to pick up to go 3-2 before our first home game on Saturday.
Yeah, it should be impressive, and it should be a good game against the Knights on Saturday.
Oh yes. Now, Ian, let's start our engines. We're going to Homestead, Miami for the NASCAR playoffs. The third to last race. No surprise, Kyle Larson punched his ticket to the championship 4, had a really good car on Sunday. Even though Christopher Bell, almost had him at the end, I appreciate Bell making me look smart because I picked him last week to win, and he came up so close. But can't say we're surprised that Larson's in the championship 4.
No, I mean, this guy is just straight up good in NASCAR, and it was bound to happen. I think everybody has him on the Final Four in their bracket. So, yeah, Kyle Larson's just straight up good. He got it done, and yeah, we got 2 races left until we see who our championship 4 drivers are.
Yep, right now you got Larson, Byron, Truex, and Hamlin so far projected to get in. Obviously, we'll see how the rest goes. And I guess it's safe to say Ryan Blaney somehow dodged a bullet or whatever the fuck happened with this disqualification.
Yeah, Blaney got disqualified and then I got rescinded because there was an issue with the post-race tech. So, yeah, he I won't say he got away with it. There was just an issue with NASCAR scanning his car and looking for everything. So, yeah, it's good that he is able to keep his 6th place finish. I mean, it doesn't put him as much of a hole now for the playoffs because before he was down 57 points and now he's only down 17. So
Well,
he's not in a must-win situation, but if you're below the cutoff line, you should be thinking winning.
yeah, like so far you got Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Blaney, and Buescher all in must-win situations. If you have to, think of one of those drivers likely winning to get to the championship 4, I'm gonna keep going with Bell.
Yeah, man, I got to say Tyler Reddick because he's got a really good chance this weekend at Homestead, Miami.
Raced really good there.
He's really good at ripping the wall up high at Homestead, and that's how you get speed there at that track. You just got to run high against the wall, and he is just like centimeters off of that fucking wall. So he's got a really good chance at punching his ticket for Phoenix this weekend. And Reddick also 2-time Xfinity Series champion. He got it done at Homestead, Miami too. But I also think that Martin Truex, he has a good shot at winning this weekend. I know he hasn't shown a whole lot of speed since the playoffs have started, but Truex at Homestead, Miami, he's got 1 win when he won the championship in 2017. He's got 7 top 5s and 12 top 10s, and he's got an average finish of 9.7. So Truex knows how to get around this track, and I think
yes,
he's a really smart driver. And if the team puts it together for him and they have a good day, I really do think that he will win and make his attempt for another championship. It's just crazy to see he was a regular season champion, and he has just been struggling ever since the playoffs started at Darlington.
Yep. And now on the Xfinity side, Riley Herbst's finally getting a win this season.
Yeah, I mean, the kid has been showing a lot of speed this year. I mean, I think he started off the season with like 6 top 5s in a row or something, and he kind of fell off during the summer months, but he's been back. He's not in the playoffs, but got the win at Vegas in his hometown. He had like over 60 family and friends and family members at the track.
I saw that.
Really cool to see. And he just whooped ass. He had like over a 15-second lead too. So
I was gonna say I wasn't watching the race, but I looked at my phone. I'm like, holy shit, this boy's fast today.
yeah, and he passed his teammate Cole Custer and just sent it and just got a beautiful win, 15-second lead. Good for this kid because I've been real hard on him ever since he's been in the Xfinity series. I just don't think that he had the talent to win because he's been in Joe Gibbs equipment and he's been in that Stewart House car. This is like his 3rd season. So yeah, good for him. Finally got it done. And I'd be worried now if I was the field because I feel like once this kid finally got his first win, I think he's going to start popping them off a lot more.
Yes, for sure. And as we go to Homestead this weekend, the trucks are racing too this weekend, right? Because
yes,
apparently
all 3.
Okay, because they weren't at Vegas. I'm like, oh shit, I fucked up.
Yeah, this is their cutoff race, so they're not going to Martinsville. So after this race, we'll see who the 4 championship drivers will be for the
Let's go Carson Hocevar.
Go Hocevar. I think Corey Himes got a really, really good opportunity to get it done as well. With Toyota, I mean, he's already locked into the final 4, but yeah, I think Carson Hocevar, he's got a really good shot this weekend at winning it. He's just been getting a lot of time in the Cup Series as well. So good for this kid. And we know that he's going to Spire next year in the Cup Series, and that's 77 as well. So, I mean, everything's looking up for this kid. Even if he doesn't win the championship this year, you cannot put this kid down for the type of year that he had.
Right.
Complete turnaround, a complete 180 from what he was at the start of the year to what he is now.
Oh, absolutely, dude. And for Xfinity this weekend, let's pick our Xfinity winner. I'm going to go Justin Allgaier.
All right, buddy. Well, I don't know if you remember a couple of weeks ago, we had a race at this track called Bristol Motor Speedway. And a man of the name of Dale Earnhardt Jr. was entered in that race. And he had a fast car, man. He was whipping it around up until the point that his car caught on fire, and so did his fire suit. So
it was so funny to see.
He's back this weekend. I'm going to go for the Mayo man, Dale Earnhardt Jr. to win at Homestead, Miami. He said this is one of his favorite tracks, and that's why he picked it this year to run it.
Love it, man. And for the Cup, this will be a good one for sure. But I'm gonna roll with him again. I'm gonna pick Christopher Bell.
Bell at Homestead. Okay. So I guess you and me are both going Joe Gibbs because I already said I'm going for Martin Truex Jr. This guy's just way too good at this track.
Christopher Bell came oh so close at Vegas. I think he gets it done this week at Homestead.
Nice. I don't know if I put Bell on the map for this weekend. Definitely put him on the map for next weekend for Martinsville, where he got that win to lock himself into the Final Four.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I think it's going to be a great weekend of racing. Always is at Homestead, Miami. I'm glad that it's a race in the round of 8. Just fantastic racing always at this track.
Oh, yes. Now, Ian, we're bringing back we're bringing back some old segments. We're bringing back Big 3 and our fantastic and bonehead play of the week. This week's Big 3 is our Big 3 NFL MVP candidates. We are not rolling with all quarterbacks. We are going to show love to as many positions as possible. Ian, what do you got?
My first one, I guess, is I'm just a homer right now, but you got to give it to DJ Moore. I mean, especially from last week, that guy is just explosive, and when you give the ball to him more, he is just going to be insane. Definitely a Pro Bowl candidate, but I think he is definitely up there. If he keeps it up and they keep throwing to him, definitely for sure. I think he's going to be the top wide receiver of the year.
And who are your next two options?
My next two options, I'll have to go with Tua. I mean,
of course,
this guy has just been impressive all season long. Redemption for everything that happened last year with his concussions. Just absolutely incredible. And my third one, you know what, Pat? I am gonna have to go not all quarterbacks. I gotta go two quarterbacks at least.
That's fair.
I'm gonna go Brock Purdy. I mean, this guy, he's been put into a situation.
Okay.
Like last year, he got put into a situation, and he really handled it really well. Yeah, he lost this past weekend, but let's not put him down for that one loss. Everyone's gonna go through it.
Nope.
But I think this kid's just gonna be explosive all season long.
I like that. Good pick for Brock Purdy. He's got some work to do right now with only 1,396 passing yards. Still early in the season. Obviously, once he gets CMC and Debo back, hopefully this week, Niners will be good as usual. But no, I like those picks, Ian.
Yeah, and I guess honorable mention Travis Kelce.
Yes.
This guy,
right.
He's been on fire ever since he started dating Taylor Swift.
Well, Ian, for my picks, I'm going to show some love on the defensive side and pick TJ Watt. I mean, come on, this man is a wrecking machine out there. We're going to show love to defensive players. It's got to be TJ Watt.
I like that.
And then, well, speaking of the 49ers, I'm going to go with the Swiss Army knife, and Christian McCaffrey is my second option.
Oh, hell yeah, man. I mean, ever since he left Carolina, he's been healthier and faster, and it's just insane.
Yep. And then my third one, this one, you gotta agree with this one. Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he's got a great team. Chiefs are just fucking insane right now. Yeah, I'd give it up for Patrick Mahomes. Honestly, another honorable mention for me is Tyreek Hill.
Yes.
That guy's been insane all year. He's the fastest player in the NFL. I still don't understand how they haven't given him an overall 99 on Madden yet.
I know, right?
Yeah.
He's the best wide receiver in the league right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's a cheetah for a reason.
Yep. Now, to our fantastic and bonehead play of the week to wrap up the show. Ian, what are your plays?
All right, well, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but my fantastic play, it's NASCAR related, and it is Riley Herbst just putting on a fucking ass whooping on Saturday.
I love it.
To get his first career NASCAR win in the top 3 series. That was really, 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 really cool. And my bonehead play of the week, neither of these are plays. These are just games. It was just Purdue's effort against Ohio State this weekend. It was just... Oh man, that was unbearable to watch. We got a touchdown in the last quarter, and we could not touch them whatsoever. I mean, yeah, it is Ohio State; they're ranked 3rd, but still, we got to play a little bit.
Yeah, no, I totally
I'm glad we're off this weekend.
Yes,
and then we'll play Nebraska next weekend.
Ooh.
That should be a good game.
It will be. It will be a good game. Well, my fantastic play of the week. Got to show love to Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper getting the NLCS Game 1 started with each hitting a home run in the first inning.
Yeah, that was insane. Good for them, man. Good for the Phillies.
Yep, which helped the Phillies to a 5-3 Game 1 win, and I hope they make it to the World Series.
Yep, me too. Yep,
and my bonehead play of the week, we also talked about this, but Colorado pulling the ultimate choke job, blowing a 29-0 lead to the fucking Stanford Cardinal. One win.
That's just sad.
Yeah, you ain't Shadurin anymore.
No, Dion needs to stop with the whole
Hollywood shit.
Yeah, exactly. He just needs to get back to the fundamentals of football, man.
Fundamentals. It's all about fundamentals. Well, anyway, Ian, as always, thank you so much for coming out to the Co's Mojo. Great talk as usual. Is even though, especially when the Bears just love to piss us off.
Hey man, that's the way it rolls. And yeah, man, always fun to come on the Kodos Mojo and talk some shit with you. And yeah, I'm excited for this weekend, especially the NCAA side. No Purdue football, so I get to have a happy weekend. We get to go to the Bears game and
Yes,
get to
sir.
see them play the Raiders. Blackhawks, they will have their first home game this Saturday night, so gonna be a fantastic weekend for sports. NASCAR's at Homestead. Guys, I'm gonna be glued to my TV all weekend.
Well, obviously, except Sunday, because we're going to be at the Bears game.
Except Sunday, I'm gonna be glued to my seat watching the Bears play some dog shit football.
Against a dog shit team.
Yeah, hey man, I'm looking for a 0-0 tie this weekend.
Oh, good Lord, I don't want that.
Yep. I think I said that when we went to the Bears Washington game last year. I was like, I'm looking for a 0-0 tie.
It was kind of close.
Yeah, it was.
12-7.
Yeah, so I'm looking for some dog shit football this weekend and some beers to ease the pain.
Well, we'll definitely have some beers right away.
That's for sure, buddy.
I got plenty of dad beers for you.
Good to hear.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for tuning into the Kodos Mojo. We will see you all next week for another fun episode.